Welcome back to the Full Force Combat podcast. This is in collaboration with Undeniable Fight Night 1, and I'm delighted to be joined by the other 50% of the bare knuckle bout on the evening, Mr. Jonny Goodall. How are we doing, my man?
Absolutely fantastic.
It's good to see you. Good to chat. I had your opponent on last week, so it's good to get you on and get you to reply, get your response and stuff like that.
Do you know what?
Before we go on,
you'll have the responses here because I've not watched him. I've not watched it. I should have watched it, but I wanted to save it for this so that whatever you tell me he said will be a raw, unfiltered answer.
Yeah, I love it because you can do it straight off the cuff then as well.
This is it. That's it.
So what we'll do, Johnny, is let's take it back to the start first of all before we talk about this fight night. Let's tell my followers and the fans about your combat sports background. Where did it all start for you, my mate? Where did you fall into it?
So I fought a lot through school. I was an angry kid. I fought a lot through school. I'd done my martial arts through as a kid. I fought a lot at high school. Everyone will attest to this. You'll see comments on the posts talking about people's belief in me because they know me from fighting. And as much as we shouldn't be fighting on the streets, that's where a lot of people know that I found my feet and tested the waters. 1920, loved UFC, loved it. Me and my mate, this sounds so bad looking back. Me and my mate used to watch the UFC 100 Greatest Knockouts. And this is vicious. And we would pick one for the evening to replicate. And that's a start. We ended up going down to my first MMA class, Muay Thai class. I got put in a ring with a man called Casper, who's probably going to see this. I'm actually going to send him it, who absolutely smashed me. I could fight, but I was 20 years old and I got put in a ring against a real fighter. This was Aku's street fight, and you know it's not the same. Got put in a ring, got battered beyond belief, and thought it was the most humbling experience of my life. So next day, gave up my job. Gave up my job and started training full time because I was like, as a man, I can't allow that to happen to me. I've got a daughter and I've got family that rely on me. So started MMA there. As I said, I love fighting. It's a real thing that I enjoy. So ended up just going full time, training full time. I got keys to the gym so that I could clean it. So I was taking the daytime classes. And this was Headhunters up in Edinburgh. I'm name dropping my old coach, Striking Boss, on Instagram because he was the best coach I've ever had, in my opinion. The faith he had in me as a fighter. So I had my first MMA fight after 5 months. I had my second 5 months and 2 weeks in. I then fought a lot. So there's periods of the time where I would be fighting amateur and MMA, and I was fighting 3 times in a week. The faith that he had in me and the community we had in that gym, we had a lot of tough fighters who were like UFC level. A couple of them went to the UFC, and it was just that is what kind of, we fought hard. It was like a little shark tank. We all kind of bounced off each other and made each other grow, and I never looked back. So judo, boxing as a kid growing up, karate, your traditional martial arts, but then found MMA, put all together, and just went all in with everything that I'd done.
Absolutely, man. Do you miss the MMA?
Yeah. Right, I still watch. As I said, obviously I've done my bodybuilding that people will know and they'll see me wrong as a bodybuilder, which I'm not a bodybuilder, but I'm a guy who can bodybuild. But I still watch my MMA all the time. I still grapple just now. It's not as though I've sacrificed that. At the end of the day, I think, as I said, I got humbled as a kid through thinking that I was better than I was. And the only way that you end up in that is by, if you don't use it, you lose it. So if I'd stopped everything, I'd probably be humbled again. MMA as such, I don't miss that sport. Obviously, I stopped. My mum was passing away, and that's what kind of led to me stopping that. So there was a reason that I left. It was greater than my journey in MMA. So I have no worries regarding that. I love fighting, and it's across every discipline. So I like my no rules fighting. I think that now, as I've grown, I would be more inclined to go and do a King of the Streets or any no rules organisation than an MMA fight, just to kind of prove to myself and test myself. And I don't know, I like it.
Absolutely,
I like
man. So do you think do you think that naivety served you well when you was younger for all these humbling experiences? Do you think it's made you stronger now? Well,
stronger. Like at the end of the day, if we make a mistake, which being naive is, we make a mistake and we don't learn from it, it's still a mistake. But if we make a mistake and we learn from it, it's a lesson. So I've had a few lessons in my life, with probably more lessons than I probably should have needed to get to where I am. But it's made me who I am now. I say this, everything happens for a reason. It's made me who I am. I am strong now because of the mistakes I made then.
Absolutely. So not just the mistakes. Let's talk about the good experiences as well. Let's have a flashback on the good experiences. Name us some of the best. What stands out for you, Jonny?
What? So the best experience of my life, or just fighting?
In combat sports, so the best experience, like you've been involved in a hell of a lot of disciplines, like you said, you was fighting 3 times a week.
The best experience for me, the best experience for me, and this is hands down, got goosebumps now. The best experience for me was when that cage door shut. I think I said this when we were walking to the train station. When that cage door shut, my first ever, it was actually my second fight. My first fight was in a ring, but that second time, I think there was something different about that. By my second fight, obviously, you get locked in. And as soon as that key went, there was a calm passed over my body, and it was, this is what I'm here for. This is what I've been designed to do. Yeah. I think everything in my life had led up to that moment, and that in itself was the best moment, knowing that I'd found myself pretty much. So
absolutely.
Danny Christie. Sounds like an absolute hippie. Danny
Christie says it as well himself. It's the fear of going into the unknown, isn't it? That cage door locks, and then it's a total different feel. It's like this cloud comes over and everything changes, man.
Everything. It's one. So obviously you see it, and you see big crowds around the cage, and I was always like, you're going to pay attention to the crowds, but as soon as you go in there, everything is gone. The only person in that world is that person standing across from you, and it's the only person you care about at that present time. Obviously, we care about ourselves, but that's your opponent there and then, and everything fades away.
Absolutely. So would you say it's fair to say that you have tunnel vision when you're in them moments?
Oh, yeah. I'm all in. All in. As soon as I'm in there, I know what to do. I have full faith in myself. Obviously, there's been times, and I'll be honest, there's been times that I question myself, and I think that's the worst thing. But again, I said this last time, I'm training harder than I've ever trained. Harder. Way harder than I've ever had, just so that there's not a chance I'm going to question myself. Upon this time, there's no way I'm going to question myself. Not a chance. What happens, happens. If I lose, I've lost a fantastic guy because I know how good I am. So I'm not planning on losing either, at all. But I understand it's a punch face contest. There's 2 heavy men throwing fists at each other's heads. Someone's going to go down.
Absolutely. I've been dubbing this as the Battle of Giants Causeway, the Scottish Giant versus the Northern Irish Giant. It's just got a nice narrative to it, hasn't it? So with that said about all your past experiences, what's motivated you, Jonny, to keep going over the years and trying different disciplines all the time to find your feet and just be involved in everything that you can? What's been your motivation to keep going, brother?
I like fighting. This is the most, I know how insane this sounds. I'm like educated in that. I'm not dumb, I'm smart. I know that, but I genuinely have a passion for fighting. My motivation is, I think, just with my past. Obviously, I grew up a fighter. That's ingrained in me. When I mean this, I mean from like 5 years old, I was always kind of involved in fighting. That was always a part of me. Now it's not a negative thing, and it's a positive thing. Growing up, I was always told how it's bad and you shouldn't fight. No, you shouldn't fight in the street. But that doesn't mean that you can't fight in other disciplines. So my passion is something insane deep down inside me that makes me want to keep doing it.
Absolutely. Now the gloves are coming off for this one. So essentially, it's just like fighting in the street, but fighting in a ring, and you're getting paid for it now. So it's nice, isn't it?
And no trouble off the police. None.
Exactly, so man. It's all regulated.
Like, I'm being serious here. You get paid, no trouble from the police. You get credit. People clap for you in that. I mean, it's a full circle journey that I've been on, but here we are, and I'm here for it.
Absolutely, brother. Now, let's talk about this opportunity because it's on a historical card, the first sanctioned hybrid boxing event in the world. Did you never think about the hybrid? Was that never on the table for you, or was it always, I solely want to do bare knuckle now after trying everything that I have in the past?
I fought pro MMA. It's hybrid is 4-ounce gloves. It's not something different or new. It is something that I have fought. If I wanted to keep it standing in MMA, I could. I've felt like I've experienced punches with 4-ounce gloves. I've experienced punches bare knuckle as well. So but it's, again, more true to the person that I am now, fighting bare knuckle. As I said, the no rules thing is something that I do believe in, and I think it's the best test of a man.
Yeah, absolutely. It's the deepest and the most brutal of combat sports, aside from the veil judo, which you've got like full weapon armory in that. But your opponent Lee, the Irish giant who I've just mentioned, I had him on last week. He's well up for it. He says to me, that you concentrate on your looks too much and your bodybuilding, and it's just all about the fighting. So let's just get your response to that first of all.
If he wants to be careful, I care much. No, he cares too much about pies and that. In all honesty, he wants to talk about this shit. No, that's not the case. I care about being an athlete. It just so happens that I've been an athlete who happens to look good. Overlook me all you want. Think I care about my looks too much. It is what it is. There's a reason that I fought so much and I still look like this. And I've fought a lot. And I can guarantee I fought more than Lee. 100% fought more than Lee. In rings, on the street, everywhere. So there's a reason I've done that and I still look like this. Yes.
Yeah, with that.
Bruce Lee, I don't know if you've seen Enter the Dragon. Jim Kelly, Afro. Mr. Handman, when it's defeat you must prepare for. When it comes, I won't even notice it. I'll be too busy looking good. Now, at the end of the day, vanity is also a good thing. It stops me wanting to get punched in the face. I'm not going to use my face as a block. Just because I've had good genes doesn't mean that I'm vain. It doesn't mean that I care about how I look. It just so happens that my mum and dad happen to have a good mix and I've came out looking good. It has nothing to do with how I look. Yes, I bodybuild, but the reason I was bodybuilding is because I ended up looking in the mirror and I look good. That's not me, but people can discredit my actual experience all they want, and if they do that, that's at their peril. Happily do this. I'm faster than anyone's fought. Way faster than anyone he's fought. Stronger than anyone he's fought. Got better footwork than anyone's fought. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah, with that said about the appearance, I think he was just trying to test the waters maybe. However, he did say that it's all fair in love and war, and afterwards, after you've punched each other's faces in, then you'll have a beer afterwards and shake hands and all that.
And this is it. So, right, do you know what? I've got a little screenshot. He punched his bag. He put up a story, and he never tagged me in this. And this is something that got me going. And I've got the screen recording here. He was in his gym. I was on Undeniable Management's story just one day on Instagram going along, and he's hit the punch bag off the wall. And he's turned around to the camera and said, "Johnny, you're fucked. Where was my tag? Why did you not tag me in this? You're calling somebody out and you're saying something direct to somebody, say it to their face, make sure that it's on their plate, make sure that they can see it." But nobody tagged me in it. It just so happened randomly that I've seen it. So he's doing it to his followers, not doing it directly to me. So we'll see. By the way, just as a heads up, and this is because I know you'll see this, if you punch a punch bag off the wall, I'm not a punch bag. First of all, not a punch bag. Second of all, I hit hard. And third of all, I don't give a fuck. I don't care.
So with that, what you've seen, have you seen any more of his training clips? Do you know much about him? Have you ever seen any of his fight footage?
Well, I watched a lot of that. I've seen something pop up and he dropped his hands and let somebody punch him. Let me do that. Please drop your hands and let me punch you in the face. But please, we'll see. I'd be the wrong person to do that to. At the end of the day, I have not once in my life ever done that. It's a rookie move. You can have, that's an ego. You bring your ego in there. Fair enough. Bring your ego in there. I'm not going to bring my ego in there. What I'm going to bring is my skill and my smarts. I don't need to be doing that. At the end of the day, I know this. I've been punched bare knuckle plenty of times. I've been in the ring with some of the hardest people in the UK. I don't know if he's been punched bare knuckle. I don't know how he'll handle that. But it's different than getting punched with gloves on.
Absolutely. So is it fair to say that you've seen things that you can exploit?
Aye. Well, we'll see. We will. Everybody's got a hole in their game. I think that technically I'm very sound. I know how sound I am technically when it comes to my footwork, my hands, everything. I'm very, very, very sound technically. I can also take a punch. I have also got a bit of a silly heart. I've been dropped hard before. And I get back up with a smile on my face. I'll say, let's continue. That's what it is. It's a fight.
Yeah, do you know what? Lee seems to think he's got the technical aspect as well. So this has got all the ingredients to be a monster matchup.
Yeah.
So with that said, the opportunities off the back of this, because it is a historical card with a hybrid, so there's going to be a lot of eyes on it. Have you thought about any further opportunities, i.e. BKFC, BKB, Bad to the Bone?
Well,
Anything like that?
Steve said that there might be a little cheeky opportunity coming in December, so we'll see. At the end of the day, I deal one thing at a time. I'm not overlooking Lee. That would be stupid for me to overlook Lee. Do I think I'll beat him? Yes. I know I'm good. I know I'm good. I know how good I am. 100% I know how good I am. But I'm still not going to overlook Lee because of that. That's where you start making mistakes. I'm all in on Lee. What happens, happens. It'd be stupid for me to make a plan for next time because I don't even know what would be. I don't know where I'll land up after this. So I couldn't say, I want the BKFC title because that's up to BKFC. Do you know what I mean? This is my fight now. Everything is coming. 27th of September, that is everything for me. Life continues after that, and that's when I'll make my new plans.
Absolutely. Now, the three big dogs who I've just mentioned, BKFC, BKB, and Bad to the Bone, they've all got their own niche. They all have the individual discrepancies. The circle ring, the trigon, and then the Bad to the Bone is like in the ring.
I think the trigon is sick. I was thinking this. The trigon it looks fun. There's no escape with the trigon. Less room to move, and if Lee thinks he's technical, the boxing, us being in a ring, is going to do us both wonders because we'll both have good footwork and we'll both slip and move around. But I quite like the trigon's triangle. Oh, obviously, not the triangle, the trigon. I like the trigon, but they all have their benefits. The BKFC, no getting a chance to pin people in the corner bodes for a technical fight. They've all got their benefits.
Absolutely. Like I said, they've all got their own niche, they've all got their own benefits. So if all three of them offered you a contract now on the table, which one would you choose and why?
Whoever offers me more money.
That's fair. Well, that's what it's all about, isn't it? That's why it works.
Like, come on, man. Yes, it would be nice if I got offered pennies to fight in a trigon, but I was getting big bucks to fight BKFC. It'd be silly to not do this. It's the money. But at the end of the day, I'm not saying that. I do like to fight for money. It was something that I got told as a kid. You can't make money fighting for money. You can now. You can. Big money in it as well. So this is it. Obviously, everything would be taken into it. This is where a contract, and it would be, I can't look at one thing without actually seeing a full contract. As I said, I've got a bit of a brain. Contracts have different rules and different things that they need within it. So it's obviously looking at each contract individually and trying to see what the best thing would be. BKFC has probably the biggest exposure. When you get to kind of top level, because there's a lot of guys who go to BKFC, they have one or two fights and then they disappear and are never seen from again. BKB, I think, seem to put a lot into their fighters and kind of build them up from the ground up and promote them. So again, everything has, it would just be on a case-by-case basis. I sounded like a lawyer there.
Absolutely. Very formal indeed there, Johnny. Very formal.
There we go.
So with that said, mate.
Do you know what I've done there? I left the door open for them all.
Yeah, absolutely. So with that said, what are your ambitions within the discipline? Do you plan on having a long career, well, as long as possible?
I want to fight till I'm 40, 36 now. I've got 4 more years of fighting. Then everything else I can do after that. That's what I want to do, fight till I'm 40. What I want to do is prove to everybody this is where I think, obviously, I've been involved in bodybuilding, and a lot of bodybuilders, their movement is shit. Their body seizes up. It doesn't have to. You don't have to be like that. At the end of the day, look at gymnasts. Gymnasts look fantastic. And this is where Lee might see this thing on looking good. You don't need to look shit to be a fighter. You don't. You can look fantastic and be a fighter. It's like the old days of strongman. Strongmen back in the days used to have those big guts, used to have the big bellies. And that's what was seen as a strongman. You look at them now, they all seem to have a six-pack. They've all got delts and they all look fantastic. I think part of an athlete is doing the sport and just being in a gym consistently, having a correct diet. That bodes you to have a good physique.
Absolutely. Now, this is a massive opportunity because you're the only bare knuckle fight on the hybrid card. So use a standout fight, so to speak. So just sum it up in a few words for us, Johnny. What does this opportunity mean to you?
Everything. I genuinely, as I said, I've got a lot of respect for Steve as a person. It was Steve that kind of got me into this position. I've got a lot of respect for Steve. I met him before. We spoke. We're quite similar in mindsets. I'd say we're both probably, this is going to sound a bit cheesy, but I think we're both a bit more intelligent than your average bare knuckle fighter. So about bringing it to a different kind of, I'm not saying one, but we've got a different kind of background and different ways to speak. And I'm not going in as a kind of just bleed guy. I want to show to people that it's not just, and it was the same thing with MMA, it's not just a fight, there is skill involved to this. So being a part of this is a big thing. It's a massive opportunity for me to show people the bare knuckles, not just two knuckleheads going at it. It's a highly skilled discipline where you need to be at the top of your game. Being part of the first one as well was unbelievable. Obviously, I have full faith in this. As I said, I think I said this to Steve before, it would be nice to see how this grows, and it's nice to be part of something that's going to grow. I know full well that this is going to grow and be a massive, massive federation of that massive organisation. So it's nice to be part of the first one, part of history. Here we are.
Absolutely. Well, someone had to regulate boxing at some time. Same with the MMA when everyone still wanted to ban UFC. And now look, UFC is the biggest organisation in the fucking world. And then some.
And that's it. So it had that same thing, and people seen it the same, but it's not. Obviously, there is going to be blood. And this is, I think, a lot of people see blood worse than it is. Blood's cosmetic. At the end of the day, lots of other sports, you can see the cosmetic toll on somebody, but you can't see like the mental toll that it takes on somebody. And a lot of these other sports, the mental toll is well worse. The toll on your organs is a lot worse. The toll on your brain is a lot worse. This is cosmetic. You get a bigger countdown. You get a bigger time count. You get a bigger time count. The rounds are shorter. There's a lot less damage. I think you're not getting concussed, back up, concussed, back up, concussed. Yeah, so I think with time, people will be aware of this. But right now, it's got a kind of... People have put these glasses on, and that's what they're judging it through, their own rose-tinted glasses. And what I wanted to do is just rip those glasses off people and let them see what it's really like.
Absolutely. Well, we're all in, aren't we, mate? So we're here to make it grow, make some noise with it. So a little bit of noise that I want you to make before I ask about your sponsors and any gyms and any training partners and stuff like that. Do you have a message for Bam Bam, Mr. Lee Balmer?
See you there, bud. I said this last time. I'll see you there. Nothing aggressive. I don't need to hate him to thingy. If you overlook me at your peril, 100% overlook me. But please do. See me as a bodybuilder. It'll make my night easier.
Do you know what? I am ecstatic to call this fight. Like I said, I'm dubbing it the Battle of Giant Causeway. So, Johnny, before we leave it tonight, my mate, any sponsors, gyms, gym training partners, anybody that you want to shout out that's helped you out on this journey or is currently helped you out on this journey? Because as we know, it's hard to do when you're full-time and there's no other income.
All my gyms know, my gym people know, all my people I spar with, they know. I'm not going to drop them. The only one that I need to drop is my sponsors right now. So I'm going to drop 10X. 10X, AQF just now. I should have been prepared for this. Why has my brain gone blank? Why has my brain gone blank? I've got another 3 that I need to... Gains Factory. Oh, shit.
Take your time, man. This fighters do this all the time. They have that many sponsors, then they end up bloody forgetting.
Bear with me. Stay here. 1 second. I'm going to give me 1 second, right? Okay, now I'm an arsehole. Right, bear with me. Let's see. Where am I?
But if it weren't for these guys, man, then the journey would be a lot tougher.
Yeah, and this is it. And CBD Leaf Organics as well. Big up them. There's more to come. There is more to come, but every one of my sponsors is going to have a space on my t-shirts, my shorts, my banners, everything. All my gyms, everyone. I think that everybody, I said this to somebody yesterday, everybody's quick to wish Wiz Khalifa a happy birthday in America. Don't know him, but they're not quick to help somebody who's local and to grow the businesses around us. So everybody that has had a part to play in this, I'll be thanking them extensively and doing big videos to make sure that they understand how well I value them and their support. And the people at home, I value everyone watching this as well. I think I said this last time, I think this is one thing that the fans don't get enough credit for. They're the ones putting money into the event and they're the ones putting their arses on the seats. And again, we need to repay them. So me and Lee need to repay them by going in and throwing hands hard and fast and putting on a show for the fans.
Absolutely. So with that said, and to give the fans a treat, what can we expect from Jonny Goodall on the 27th?
Fast, sleek movement. Fast, sleek movement, violence, everything. A good fight. A good, old-fashioned fight. Bare knuckle fight. What I think we need to do, me and Lee, I watched Don Fry yesterday. We need to take some of Don Fry's energy when men used to be men.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Jonny, it's been great to chat today, my mate. Thank you very much for your time. You've got me pumped. I cannot wait to call this fight, man. It's absolutely massive.
I can't wait for it. It's going to be good. And as I said, I know Lee's training hard, and I know this, so I'm just saying this. I'm not taking anything away from him. I know he trains hard. Just don't think that I'm not. Oh, please, if you do, you can think that I'm not. But absolutely. I'm training everything 4 times a day. Let's go.
Absolutely. Jonny, thank you very much for your time, brother. Take care, man.